Unit 5, Part 3, Entrepreneurship Development. I'm Isha Kulkarni, Electronics and Telecommunication Department, Pune Institute of Computer Technology. In the last lecture, we discussed how a business plan is prepared, how important marketing plan is, like the business plan. In this lecture, we are going to highlight the points like incentives. Few of them are financial incentives or non-financial incentives for entrepreneurs and small scale industries, women entrepreneurs, and the problems faced by women entrepreneurs. Let us get back to the slides. What are incentives? Government provides many types of incentives to the entrepreneurs. These incentives help to increase productivity. It acts as motivating force for the entrepreneurs. It may be categorized as some concessions, subsidies, or bounties. Subsidies are one-time lump sum amount given to the entrepreneurs by the government. For example, say you have a business setup for solar power energy. You are the one in charge of setting up solar power setups for home appliances and for heating of water, which is a regular feature in our region. So such businesses which are doing well for the environment, benefit for the human race and for the environment too, are given some special government subsidies. It is a financial help to cover up the costs. Bounty is a financial help provided to an industry so that it can compete with the market within the market and with foreign industries running the same business too. Then setting up of industrial estates, providing land for the business, for industrial complexes, availability of poor, concessional finances, and setting up capital investment subsidy, transport subsidies are few of the incentives to solve constraints of entrepreneurs in small scale sectors. There are few non-financial incentives which push an entrepreneur towards decision and action. They keep on motivating the entrepreneur to do good. It may be some status or recognition of the work that he's doing, prestigious awards, and so on. These are the incentives. Now, what are the other aims and objectives of incentives? Eliminate economic constraints is the major one. To bring about regional parity in the development. That means there is an imbalance in the development across the regions in the country. And so the government establishes some policies and some uh, some schemes to bring about to establish some of the underdeveloped people in the country. In order to see that there is equal development of all the regions, government provides special incentives for entrepreneurs in backward regions to enhance competitive capabilities. Again, in this competitive world, small scale enterprises should sustain, and hence there is a stiff competition from big firms. If they are not provided appropriate support, the support from the government, then they cannot survive and grow. Keeping this into mind, there are certain reservation policies, price preferences, preferential purchases to help improve their competitive strengths. Give them a globalized market, make the possibility for uh, for their business to grow in the globalized market. Training help them to enhance their entrepreneurial skills and sharpen their skills. Marketing assistance like there are NSIC, which is a government agency, then MSME to promote exhibitions of the products or from the less developed or underdeveloped regions, and few promotional schemes. Government provides highest preferences for development of small and medium scale industries by formulating and implementing conductive government policy schemes, lands and sheds on actual by on land on lease with appropriate infrastructure. Then there are certain incentives again which are financial incentives given to small scale industries like fiscal incentives. What is fiscal policy basically? Fiscal policy is the guiding force that helps the government to decide how much money it should spend to support the economic activities and how much revenue it must earn from the system to keep the wheels of the economy running smoothly. So there are certain tax concessions given or they are exempted from directly or indirectly exempted from taxes uh, based on what their product is. Say, for example, if SSI unit is owned by a company, the deduction available is 30% for 10 years. If SSI unit is owned by a cooperative society, it is 25% for first 10 years. So they are getting 30% of tax concessions for first 10 years until and unless they establish themselves. Then there is excise concession. What is excise tax? It is the tax that is paid when purchases are made on specific goods like gasoline. Such taxes often include the price of the product. These are included in the prices of the product. So there are active excise taxes on activities such as highway usage of the trucks. One of the major component of the excise program is our motor fuel. So, by providing major relief by granting full exemption from payment of central excise duty on specific output and thereby thereafter slab-wise concessions depending upon the turnover of the company, the tax benefits or exemptions in the excise duty can be given. Then, as discussed, technical assistance can be provided, new initiatives like mentoring programs and for developing the skill sets of the entrepreneurs and to polish their skills. Such systems can be set up. The entrepreneurs can be categorized into sectors like IT, information technology, then product design, energy and environment, biotechnology, electronics and telecommunication, and they can be separately treated in certain groups, and they and schemes can be set up for those groups. Next important point is women entrepreneurship. Mm. Women entrepreneurs, who are known to be women entrepreneurs, it may be defined as group of women or group of women who initiate, organize, and run a business. When women move forward, the family moves, and the village moves, and the nation moves. This was once said by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. The Ministry of Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprises, that is MSME, popularly known as engine of growth in the country and incubators of entrepreneurship, has emerged as a torchbearer for women empowerment and women entrepreneurs on a global platform. They have also developed certain schemes like Udyam Shakti uh, in 2018, a network for nurturing social entrepreneurship, creating business models revolving around low cost products and services to resolve social inequities. Women empowerment is not new to Indian culture. Women empowerment in ancient India transposed to terrain of mixed views. Women enjoyed equal status with men and were trained in the art of warfare by choice. Women empowerment in India gathered much momentum after January 26, 1950 by following the adoption of Constitution of India and when Oxford dictionaries declared Nari Shakti as the Hindi word of the year in 2018. Thinking ahead and connecting to skills and to industries is a thought process to bring up women entrepreneurs. The fact that such a large percentage of women have entered non-traditional areas as well as traditional areas of and has begun to become female entrepreneurs and have recently and the recent phenomena boosted by programs and schemes by government of India aimed at reinstating women entrepreneurs in the long run. The traditional female skills are being turned into livelihood by starting some home-based businesses encompassing textiles, catering, embroidery, boutiques, crafts, and many more. Look at the world around. The women are empowered, as is the evidence around us. So many women are empowered, and this is an evidence by prevailing perseverance in courts and public offices, corporate houses, parliaments, and where not. There are actors, there are directors, there are scientists, there are writers, teachers, and so on. MSME has also taken into consideration transforming homemakers to entrepreneurs, as considering women are the pillars of society, and then when women are empowered, the whole world is empowered. By keeping this into mind, they have also developed certain schemes like Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program scheme. It's since inception and up to 23/1/2019. The projects set up by women entrepreneurs are about 30% of the PMEGP scheme. Then there are further schemes and the financial financial possibilities available to women entrepreneurs like uh, Mahila Udyam Nidhi scheme, Annapurna scheme, Sri Shakti packages for women entrepreneurs. Then there are Bharatiya Mahila Business Bank loans, Dena Shakti schemes, Udyogini schemes, and so many. There are looking at the other side, there are also certain barriers or social culture barriers that we can call for women entrepreneurs in India even today. For Indian women entrepreneurs, the uphill task can be an uphill task. We need to strike balance between customs and traditions. While the Indian government is working day and night for upliftment of women uh, and for them to become aware of the rights and schemes and benefits set up by the government to encourage women entrepreneurs. The illiterate and semi-literate women entrepreneurs from both rural and urban areas have availed the benefits. So the women entrepreneurs are basically categorized into three. First category belongs to the big cities or the metropolitan cities where the technical assistance is already available and the women entrepreneurs are well qualified. The second category belongs to smaller cities and towns, but the sufficient education is available and the major programs that are undertaken by women there are kindergarten, creche, beauty parlors, health clinics, and so on. Third category is literate women who are financially weak and majorly they are involved in business like agriculture, horticulture, handlooms, power looms, forestry, and so on. The story of two women entrepreneurs, Priyashi Mani and Nishita Vasant. They are having their own entrepreneurship business in Pali Hills, in district of Tamil Nadu. By availing loans under schemes of India, government is an apt example for steady but sure mindset shift among the stakeholders in MSME because majority of the investors were not ready to invest in the business only because they were women. with logistics as major challenge and the honey harvesting tribe based out of the Pali Hills, both of them scaled up their operations by hiring more women and ended up setting a honey harvesting startup. Bringing honey to your doorsteps, the story gives us an insight to budding women entrepreneurship in the country, with women doing several roles ranging from rainmakers to change makers and social capitalists. So, more power and less fear to these women. Swami Vivekananda has once said, there is no chance for the welfare of the world unless the condition of women is improved. It is not possible for a bird to fly only with one wing. And therefore, the inclusion of women empowerment as one of the prime goals in our country is of utmost importance. So there are schemes available for women entrepreneurs, and the further slides tell you some few of the success stories of women entrepreneurs.